Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to be adding reloading to our game. This is our current project. We've done a few things. We've got some pickups, some enemies, some different types of walls, yada yada yada. This is going to be, we're going to start actually sort of fleshing out the game, making it into a game. And today we're doing reloading. So currently you can just kind of shoot. There's different guns with different stats. But you can see here, like this is supposed to be an M4A1, like a rifle thing. You can just shoot infinite bullets. Doesn't have any ammo. Pistol is pretty much the same. We need to add ammo counter and we need to add reloading. So we're gonna do that right now. This is a, if you just found this off of like YouTube search or something, this is like an extended tutorial series where we're going through episode by episode and we're gonna make a full game basically. Full top-down shooter. It's gonna be pretty marvelous. So it's sort of extended knowledge, but I can go over a couple little things that we've done so far. So we have structs for our weapon types, and these structs have a bunch of different variables in them. So you can see we have like the reload speed, we have like what type of bullet it fires, if it's an automatic weapon or not, yada yada yada. We need to add a few more of these to start off. I probably have to add like an ammo capacity. We have reload speed already, which is good. I think we need to just add like an ammo capacity, I believe, is probably all we have to add. So we'll do that. And we'll just add another variable in here. How much bullets can we have in the M4? Probably like 30. And how much bullets can we have in the pistol? Let's just say like 8. It's probably a reasonable amount. And we'll just add that here. Magazine size. I don't know if that's the correct thing to call this, but I'll call it this regardless. Alright, so why isn't it working? Because I put 2 commas for some reason. There we go. So we're going to add a magazine size. Yeah, it looks fine to me. And this is pretty much just how much bullets can fit in the gun, essentially, before we have to reload. How many bullets we can fire. Later on, we might add a maximum bullets the player can hold, but I'm not going to add that. I think for the game that I'm trying to make, I don't really care if the player has like 300 bullets or whatever. I don't really care. That's the thing I'm envisioning in my mind. I think the player can hold infinite ammo if they want. So we're not going to add that, but maybe later, if for balancing reasons, we could add it. But yeah, so we added a magazine size. We've got a certain amount of bullets in each of them. I'm going to go to the player object, and we're going to add... We pretty much just have to add an ammo counter somewhere. Now, the way I'm envisioning, depending on what you want to do in your game, depends on... I say this like a million times. Depending on what you want to do, there's like tons of ways to do everything. I'm going to do it a certain way. Feel free to not do it this way. So we have a weapon currently, which represents the weapon that we're holding. We might have to change this. Object control.get weapon ID. And this basically just is equal to a struct. I'm actually curious now. I got an interesting question. Do I have a fire rate or something, right? I'm gonna test something out. If I do like weapon dot fire cooldown, is that what I called the fire rate? Will this change my struct, or is this going to be a copy of the struct? I'm just going to check really quick. I'm actually not sure how GameMaker does it. Because right now we have something... What's it called? Oh, we don't even have a fire rate in here. What the heck? Alright, so let's add a firing rate as well. Bada bing, bada boom. Also, these tutorial episodes are going to get more and more ghetto, I guess you could say. So we'll add a fire rate. Why do I not have a fire rate? So let's just make the pistol really like take a while to fire. And we can test this out. Because we could just add like fire cooldown max. I see what we're doing here. So what we want to do is when we switch weapons, I don't have a switch weapon function. Should probably add that. What do I currently have? Weapon toggle. A bunch of stuff happens. So when you press the weapon toggle key, we're just changing the weapon ID and then we're switching. All right, so let's make a function for this. That's probably a smarter way to do it. Function weapon switch. Do it like this. So it's a function, and we have the ID of the weapon that we're switching to. That's all we need. And then we pretty much are just going to yoink this code here. So the weapon ID is going to increment. And then we can still do this here. And then we just have... Yeah, we'll just copy this code. And then we say weapon switch. Okay. Bam, just chuck that in there. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, I'm just converted some of the code we had for the weapon switching into a function so that we can... there might be multiple ways that we weapon switch later, and I don't want to have to redo the code. So I'm just putting in a function here. And then when we switch weapons, we're going to have to update information about the amount of bullets that we have. For example, how much bullets we have, what the reload speed is, that kind of stuff. That stuff's all going to be updated when we switch weapons. So if we take a look, when we switch weapons, we also need to store how many bullets the current gun has. I'm going to check if this works. Right here, I've changed the weapon.fire cooldown. Is that what I called it? Is this what I'm calling it? Fire rate. Well, I'm actually autistic. What the hell? Okay, so weapon.fire rate equals 1. Let's see if this works. So in theory, my fire rate should be really, really low. Okay, currently the fire rate doesn't do anything, so we're going to change that. So when we fire, we need to make it so the fire rate is what's determining the how long the fire cooldown is. So if we check, this looks like the firing stuff. Fire cooldown equals, let's change this, weapon dot fire rate. Let's change that. So if we have a look, we should spew out bullets. Oh my god. Okay. And if I switch, and then I switch back, we still spew out bullets. Okay, so this is changing the struct. Okay, so we're actually referencing the struct. We're not copying the struct. But what we want to do is we want to copy the struct. We don't want to reference the struct. Like, we don't want this. This is not what we want. We want it so that if the... we want it so our bullets in our gun... Let me think, actually. There's a lot of ways you can do things. In the land of GameMaker Studios, there's a lot of ways to do things. So we're currently... this changes the struct itself. And so this is just referencing the struct. It's not actually copying the struct. I'm going to actually look up, how do we copy the struct? Is there like struct copy or something like that? Struct set. What the hell is struct? Yeah, these. Alright. This is a warning to any watchers. These will become the rambling episodes. So tutorials are going into rambling mode. It was inevitable. But yeah, this is going to be any tutorials from here on out are just going to be me like kind of working on the game. It's kind of moving into a coding game filling experience. All right, so weapon.fire rate equals 1. I'm just trying to think of a way we can do the bullet system. It shouldn't be that hard to do. Let's just, for now, we'll just do like bullets. We can just do it like this. We'll call this ammo loaded. And that can be weapon.magazine size, whatever it's called. And then we can do ammo backup equals 100. Cool. So we have some amount of ammo and we have some amount of backup ammo. And pretty much we're going to just add a button for the reload button. So that's going to be, believe it or not, the R key. I should have named these hotkey. I can change them later. Hotkey reload is the R button. You press R, reloads. Simple. If you reload, so we just do like basically just copy one of the what this says. We'll put it before this. For the weapon toggle, if you press hotkey reload, then you're going to reload. Pretty simple. To reload, we can do an alarm. Probably works fine. Alarm 2. I'll give you guys a little tip as well. They have a description you can add. Add description. And so what you can do is you can type like reload timer. You don't have to use an alarm. There's not really much advantage of an alarm over just using like an incrementing step thing, but it doesn't make a difference. Like, I'm happy to use an alarm. So we got reload timer. And then basically once the reload timer's up, all we're going to do is we're just going to go ammo loaded equals weapon dot magazine size. Cool, pretty simple. That's just going to fill the gun all the way up. We probably want to not do that. We probably want to check how much spare ammo there is. So we want to go their loading amount. So this is the amount of ammo that's going to get loaded is going to be the minimum between. It's going to be the max, actually. The maximum amount. That's going to be the minimum amount. Between the amount we want to load into the gun and the amount of ammo that we actually have, which is the ammo backup for now. So there's some amount that we're going to load into the gun as a B. And that's pretty much like, so imagine if we have 15 bullets, then the minimum number is going to be this 15. But if we have 300 bullets in our backup, it's going to be the 30 that this magazine size is. So the max we can load in is the magazine size. And it's potential that we just load like no ammo at all. All right, awesome. And then we load the ammo in. We also need to do things like when we fire the bullet. So let's just chuck the reload timer. Alarm 2. equals 30 seconds. It actually should equal the weapon dot, what's the time? Reload time. Is that what I called it? No one knows. Reload speed, we called it. Okay. So we want to get the reload speed. We want the alarm to set to how long it's supposed to take to reload that certain gun. Once we reload it, for now, we're just going to do this kind of system. So if we play it, okay, it's spraying bullets. All right, we're gonna have to draw the ammo count as well. So let's draw the ammo count in the top corner. We'll draw it below the weapon name. Sounds good to me. So like maybe like 40Y. And we can just draw like ammo. Let's just draw a string that says ammo. And then we can draw ammo loaded plus, and then like a slash plus string ammo backup, yada yada yada. That's going to show us how much ammo we have. We need to make it so we can only fire if fire cooldown's less than or equal to 0, and ammo loaded is greater than 0. Pretty simple. Can't fire the gun if there's no bullets in it. Can't fire the gun if the gun's currently just been fired. Okay, let's see what happens. So we got 30 out of 100. Oh, we haven't incremented it down. We have to do that. So when we do fire the bullet, we ammo loaded minus minus, which just reduces it by 1. Let's have a look. It'll be pretty sexy. You can see we have our ammo count up here, if you guys can see it all right. And then once we get to 0, we can't fire anymore. I press R, and it loads back up. Cool. There's no animation at the moment for reloading. It's not reducing the max amount, so let's change that. So ammo backup minus equals loading amount. Can't forget that. And then let's add a reload animation. Doesn't have to be good. In fact, it can be terrible. That's fine. Let's have a look. We have firing, idle. Let's just duplicate the firing animation, I guess. Reloading. We can add a reloading animation. Why not? I'm just going to make it so... Let's just make it so it's just this first frame. Let's see what that looks like. And we can even like... Can I rotate this? No. GameMaker's image editor is completely terrible. We're just going to do this for now. This is going to be... Don't question it. Yeah, that looks... We can pretend that's the gun. And I'll add a few more frames. I'll just add like... some different colors to the gun, just to make it so you can like... You can imagine this is like... It's telling you how far the reload is from done. Or something. Oh my eyes, Jesus Christ. How do we add the animation? That's the next question. So first thing I'm going to do is we've got to declare the animation in here somewhere. Which we already have a spot for it. I already have a sprite reloading. So let's just change this to the reloading spray we just made. Pistol can just have the same one. I don't care. Change that later. And then we got this. So currently, how are we doing our system? How did we do the animation system? I think we might have had like a check. Okay, so we have a check. If we're at the end here. Okay. We don't have to use that. That's fine. We can just add a reloading time. So we can just have state reloading. Yeah, we already have it in our state enums. So when you press R, state equals state reloading. That's pretty simple. Where did I put this? Keyboard press reload. Current state equals state.reloading. Cool. And then we can basically, while we're reloading, we shouldn't be able to. Hopefully this works for now. I don't know if this will be eternal, but we can do state idle. So once we're done reloading, we can return to the idle state. And we need to check. We shouldn't be able to fire the bullet if we're reloading. And if we switch weapons, we also need to change our state back to idle. And not only that, if we switch weapons, we also have to cancel the reloading. So we need to go like alarm 2 equals -1. So that should cancel reloading. Yeah, that should just end the reload animation. Yeah, is there anything else we need to do? I'll do the same thing. We could probably make a function for this, but for now I'm just going to... This is item pickup. Yeah, we can do this. That's cool. Now I shouldn't be able to reload. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, so we have a problem. My animation ends and it goes back to state idle. That must be something I have written somewhere. Why is it going to state idle? Okay, so I have this if image index plus yada 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 yada. So if the animation ends, it goes back to the idle state. We don't really need that. It's kind of a weird thing to have. I don't know why I added this. It's kind of crazy. I mean, we can just put this in the shooting animation. I don't know if we need this later. Well, we can just add it there. I don't really care if the reload animation loops. It has a timer. So there we go. You can see it reloading. Just seizures. It just seizures the gun. If I change this, hang on. Does this actually change the... I can change the frames per second up here. I think this works. Let me look. Yeah, I can change the frames per second up there if we want it to be slower. And yeah, there we go. We added reloading, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. We only added it for the one gun. Also, you can reload even when there's no ammo. We don't want to be able to reload when there's no bullets. That's stupid. So let's just make sure... Let's just make sure that if we press the reload button, it only does anything if we actually have ammo. Pretty easy. If ammo backup's greater than 0, we can reload. Now I can test that out. Should work fine. Up. Reload. You can see it. Oh, actually, we're actually throwing out the entire clip. Why are we throwing out the entire clip? You can see here if I press R, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, why are we throwing out the entire clip? Let's fix that. Some games you do want to have the entire clip get thrown out. I don't want that. I just want, if you want to reload one bullet, you can. Doesn't have to be accurate. So why is that happening? Why is that happening? Ammo loaded equals loading amount. Okay, so we have to add the difference between the loaded amount and this. Okay, so we're going to do this first. So it's going to be the loading amount. Let me think. I'm going to change how this sounds stupid. This is not the loading amount. This is the loading goal. This is the amount that we could possibly get into our gun. And then we can do loading amount equals the loading goal minus not magazine size, ammo backup. Yada yada yada. Shit, I'm actually brain rotting right now. So the amount that we're putting into our gun will be the total amount that we want to put in minus the amount we already got in. Is that correct? I think our loading goal has to be changed, but it's fine. Minus ammo loaded. The only problem with this is that if I have like 15 bullets, right? If I have like 15 bullets in the gun, then this is going to be... Well, if I have 15 bullets backup... I think this is supposed to be ammo backup plus ammo loaded. I think. So this is going to be the amount of bullets we have plus the amount we have in our gun. And that's going to be the goal. Because if we have 10 bullets in our gun and we have 10 backup, then we're going to have 20 bullets. Is what we're reloading to. Which means that we're going to be putting 10 bullets. We're going to have 20 minus 10 is going to be, we're putting 10 bullets in the gun. And then ammo loaded is going to, let's just go plus equals that. Ammo backup minus equals the loading amount. This is probably good. I would hope. I hope this is good. This is possibly terrible, but I think it's good. So I reload one bullet. What's this? What's this? 80? Yeah, it's wrong. Nine. Huh. I can't do maths. If I could do maths, this would be good. All would be good in the world. Why is this not? It looks like it's loading the correct amount. Because I'm always ending up with 30 in the gun. Am I not? Maybe I'm doing it right. Or maybe I'm just retarded and actually I'm doing it right. Yeah, I think it's working. It should be 30. Yeah, it is working. What am I on about? Holy moly, my brain is just not functioning. But there we are. You can see here, if I shoot a bunch of bullets, so there should be 29 bullets getting loaded in, so there should be 6 bullets left. And there is, yeah, works. Perfect. And then again, if we're out of ammo, we can only reload 6 in there. Shoot the 6, can't reload. Beautiful. And yeah, we can add an ammo pickup thing now as well. We only got a couple other pickups like these move speed things. Move speed and damage pickups. We can add an ammo pickup. Probably pretty important. Just restores ammo in the guns or something like that. And then we're in the next episode. I think we're going to also be focusing on pretty similar thing to this episode, but we're going to be doing Make it so the two different guns have different ammo systems, because currently they share the same amount of ammo. We'll make it so there's two different, all the weapons you're holding have a different amount of ammo. It's pretty easy to do. It won't take very long to change that. And yeah, I'll see you guys.